No, I mean it's something that I don't think we've talked about at all in the locker room. To be honest and frank with you, we do take a tremendous amount of pride in this place. We take a tremendous amount of pride in trying to fight for our fans. It's what's so unique is that so many of these players were here when this building was built. So I think we actually take some pride even in the structure itself, having been a part of building it. So it means a lot to us when we play at home.
Did you actually put those quotes up on the wall for the guys who didn't know about them?
Up there now.
How much does that play into, I mean, obviously the way you changed your lineup and the way you used guys in the last week has clearly put some emphasis on this game as being important. How much does that play into that, wanting to beat this particular team?
It does. It does quite a bit. We know where we're at in the standings is related to them. We know that they're a very strong team. We know that it's a great challenge. We know that it's a home game. And it's, these games like this are what everybody plays for. Everything's kind of on the line a little bit with how we sit compared to each other, and we're just looking forward to it.
Will Sabo be available once he returns?
I have yet to speak with him. He's just gotten in the country, I think, this morning, or into Costa Rica this morning, and he'll be in our country hopefully later this afternoon, and we'll get a chance to talk to him.
So do you expect, is he supposed to be back in town today, or?
Yeah, later this afternoon.
Later today.
We haven't really seen schedules like this. Are you comfortable playing guys out in the field 4 games in 10 or 11 days?
I wouldn't tell you that it's would never be my first choice, for sure. But I do think that there are players that are capable of it. All around the world, players play this many matches in short succession. I think it's difficult. I'm never going to slight that either. I don't think it's an easy task, and I think that we have to always consider it and think about it when we make decisions on lineups.
Can you count on your guys to tell you the truth on how they're feeling, or do they fudge and lie a little bit trying to get out there?
That is one of the hardest things about coaching, honestly. Especially the way that we coach, the way we believe a team should be run, is we give our players a tremendous amount of respect and ask them questions for their honest feedback. And we hope that we get honesty in exchange. When we don't, then we'll file that away and we won't ask them again.
Can you, aside from asking them, when you see him in training, how often can you tell he's not going to be ready or he is going to be ready?
You really can't, because as you saw today, players that played the 90 minutes that are in consideration to play tomorrow night did nothing. We brought them out and stretched 5v2. It's tough to tell from 5v2 whether or not somebody's got energy, so we really rely on our players being honest with us as we are with them.
How much does the streak at home mean to you guys?
To tell you the truth, I don't even think about it until, the day after when I read about it. It still continued. We just think about that game, our opponent, and 3 points.
There's a little extra to think about with this opponent coming in, I think, isn't there?
Yeah. They, they're a good team. They've been, one of the best teams in this league the last 4 or 5 years, and we have a nice little battle with them. We kicked them out last year of the playoffs, so they got one of the games this year, and we want to get that second game here with 3 points.
How'd you like the quotes about you're a sub-500 team, they've been the best team in the league the last 2 years, basically calling you guys a fluke?
Yeah, that's their opinion. That's what they want to say. They could say that. It's just fuel for the fire, and we're going to come in tomorrow with that on our minds for sure.
What do you think they're most dangerous? Are they any different than last year?
No, they're an organized team. They fight. That's what they do. They have line out up top. That's really that goes for everything. They got a good defense, and they're organized, and they get their chances from defense just like we do.
I imagine you're feeling pretty fresh.
Yeah, it was good, and especially to see Kyle go in there and do so good, and to see that we still got a point on the road, and to know that how deep we are, and we can still play and get points, and almost come out with a victory. We had some chances to get I think 3 points in both those games, but we're happy with the point.
Is there anything after Kyle's game that you were able to tell him, hey, should have done this better, should have done that? It seemed like he made almost all the right moves.
I just went up to him before the game and said, don't try to do anything special. Do what you do best, and that's play, goalkeeper. Don't do anything you don't need to do, and stick to the stuff that you know what to do well, and that's exactly what he did. He controlled his box. He made the saves he was supposed to make, and even some saves that maybe he shouldn't have made. So it was good to see him get out there and get rewarded with the point.
Which was most impressive to you? saves?
I think the header. Those when there's traffic in there and the ball comes around and it pops out to your left and you have players in front of you and he gets his hand to it. That was, for me, a good save.
Maybe a good thing Nelson's so short, huh?
Yeah, no.
I think he kind of reached over.
No. Yeah, right. That's right. He did reach over Nelson. So,
cool.
Right on.
Great. Thanks,
yeah,
Nick.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
2 road games, 4 days, get a point out of each night, come back here. Just talk about, again, the streak coming home to your fortress and what you expect in really a marquee matchup in MLS this season so far.
Well, it's just a huge game. We don't really talk about it, think about it. That's more media stuff. But we're just looking at it as a huge game. We felt we got robbed in Columbus when we played them there. And so it's just a time for a little payback. And it's a chance to leapfrog them in the standings and get a little closer to LA.
With 4 games in 11 days, talk about prioritize where this falls kind of in the pecking order. Obviously, you never want to say one game's more important than the other, but just talk about how important this match is for you guys. Just coming off 2 points and like you said, jumping up in the standings.
Well, big thing is when you tie 2. That third one you have to win. It's really important, or it really kind of, the 2 ties it doesn't do much. So it's really important for us to get a win tomorrow, just for points wise. I mean, really, if you in a 3-game stint, you'd rather lose 2, win 1, rather than tie 2 and win 1 or lose 1. So this is just huge. It'll be big. I mean, if you can get 5 points out of every 3 games. You're going to be sitting pretty at the end of the season.
And you've been back in the line for 3-4 games now. You got kind of a bonus rest the other night. Talk about how you're feeling personally coming in Saturday.
Feel good. Feel ready to go. We're playing pretty solid right now, and just looking to continue it and get back at home and get another win for us.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, man.
You bet.